Why did she change into her maid outfit? I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just wondering. Wait, what's with the maid get up? So when you said getting ready, you didn't mean doing your business, you meant getting changed?
この方が可愛いからです。
That is true. I see. Wait, no, that isn't even a valid reason. It is though.
メイド服は私の戦闘服ですからね。
Like I said, that's not a valid reason. Even if it wasn't, it seemed to be reason enough for her, so what the hell, I can indulge her for a bit. More importantly, right now I needed to get us away from all the attention. Alright then, what's your actual reason for changing into your maid outfit?
マジと書いて本気だからです。
That's serious with a capital S. You got the order all wrong.
清掃でゲームに挑むのはジャスティスですね。
Yeah, cuteness is justice and all. There's still no point in varying that here. In fact, I'd rather you didn't.
ご主人様、遊びでフルパワーを出さないのはゲームに失礼です。
I'm not saying you don't have a point, but you gotta be conscious of other people too.
What? なんだか注目を集めてませんか?
Once I motioned her to look around, GD finally realized the situation. Spectators had gathered from quite a ways around, and they were whispering in hushed voices. Didi just stared at them, looking rather confused. As she did so, her skirt gently fluttered with the breeze. The way she tilted her head ever so gently had a certain charm to it. But the fact that Didi herself was oblivious to it was turning into a problem. Does she have no self-awareness at all or something? Her own no-frills charm and her lack of awareness of the same were certainly part of her charisma.
ご主人様、ダンスはあんまりですか?
I had a hunch that mixed in with some of the excited stares were some rather frigid ones as well.
ご主人様?
Ah, so this is what it's like to attract jealous stares, is it? I felt quite a sense of superiority, and that was no lie. Well, you know.
何ですか、ご主人様?
It was no lie, but more importantly, I felt quite profoundly uncomfortable. She'd always been calling me that, so I guess it had totally slipped my mind. My classmates were one thing, but for complete strangers to hear her address me as master... Surely they must think this is some kind of ludicrous role-playing or something. Thanks a lot.
ご主人様?
Well... Can't you just call me something else? I thought about saying that, but being known as some mysterious master sounded like the safer option. If the people around us right now just think we're some kind of odd couple playing at master and servant, I can live with that. That's nothing, just forget about it. It wasn't like I didn't have the feeling I was digging myself even deeper than before at all, but Hakuna Matata, I guess. More importantly, are you actually gonna dance in that getup?
平気ですよ。私のは鉄壁スカートですから。
Sure you do. I couldn't trust a word she said, but I guess the least I could do was keep an eye out. Heading towards the cabinet, I could hear mumblings from some of the other customers who'd stopped to watch as we passed by.
メイドさんだ。わ、かわいい。どこかにメイド喫茶とかできたのかな?
Those were the bulk of the comments I heard. I certainly wasn't getting a feeling of idle curiosity from them. In fact, most of the remarks I heard were about how well Didi's attire suited her. I found myself feeling happy, as if I was the one being complimented.
もしかして本物だったりして。本物のメイドって日本にいるの? 都市伝説でしょ。
Oh, you bet your ass she's real! Not like I could say that. Excepting my own home, maids were something you'd never see outside of television, or the aforesaid maid cafes.
あれ、あの子って。
ああ、そうだよな。
A certain few people in this crowd were giving off some rather strange vibes. Excitement seemed to be in the air, as if someone had spotted a famous celebrity. Of course, neither Didi nor I were celebrities, so it must have been a case of mistaken identity.
ものすっごくゲームが上手だった金髪メイドさん。
片っ端からランキングを更新していった金髪メイドさんだな。
Seems like she's pretty famous around here.
それじゃあ、あの子が噂のメイドゲーマー？
So is she always wearing the maid outfit while playing games?
片っ端からランキングの1位を独占している D2 があの子？実在してたんだ。都市伝説だと思ってた。あんた、都市伝説ネタ好きよね。
Gossip spread around like wildfire. Before I knew it, everyone within earshot had recognized her as that blonde-haired gamer maid. Didi? I'm not misunderstanding things here, am I? Are you seriously that famous? Or rather, this isn't the first time you've been here?
いやー、時間のある時にちょっと。
While my aching ass! I heard them saying how you cleaned out all those high-score boards.
いえいえ、マジで少しでございますよ。
A while, eh? At the very least, she must have spent enough time here to play every single game at least once, one by one. Calling it a while was definitely a subjective thing.
それよりご主人様、早く遊びましょう。タイムイズマネーですよ。
Never mind time, there's an issue here that money isn't going to solve.
そんな時は体を動かして悩みを忘れましょう。
Guess I can't argue with that. Didi and I did come here to play after all. It was probably best to pay no mind to everyone watching us and just have fun with Didi for a little bit. Come on, Didi. Heading to the vacant arcade cabinet, I fed it 2-player matches worth of credits.
私の分までいいですか？
Hey, we're on a date. You can at least leave this much to me. In return, how about I leave the choice of a song up to you here?
私がセレクトまでしてもいいのですか？
Nothing too hard, just something we can both have fun playing. Besides, I'm out of practice at this, so I'm nowhere near high score ranking level.
Don't worry! 今日の目的はハイスコアのゲットじゃありませんから。
It's the crane game prize figure, right?
それもありますけど、それ以上にご主人様と一緒に遊びたかったのです。
Aww. I see. I wanted to play together. Such a simplistic phrase, but also one that deeply warmed my heart. That warmth spread through my entire body as I felt my heart beating faster.
前に一人で来た時よりご主人様と一緒の方が何倍も楽しいです。まだプレイ前なのにドキドキしてきました。
Me too, I think. It feels a lot more fun with you. It made me anxious, and I had a feeling that things were going to get even more fun. And that didn't just apply to games. She always makes me feel like I'm having fun. Whenever we're together, I can't help but think that my life is going to be even more enjoyable. She makes me want to entrust myself to those feelings of elation.
それではご主人様、Are you ready?
I'm ready. In time with the peppy, vibrant beat of the music, arrows scrolled onto the screen. As I listened carefully to the music, I stepped on the panels in time with the beat. Just tap the sole of my foot against the panel at the right moment, then take one quick breath. Though I started off a little rushed, I managed to rack up a good streak of points without any misses.
出だしは好調ですね、ご主人様。
I ought to be able to handle this much at least. But with that crowd you've attracted, that could be a problem.
そう言いますけど、ご主人様は気にしているように見えませんよ。
It's kind of embarrassing, but I won't be able to have fun if I feel conscious of them.
Good! その意気ですよ。
Ignoring the stares I felt behind my back, I returned Didi's smile. Besides, if I end up messing with you around, I'll end up sticking out more.
おお、ご主人様もマジな雰囲気ですね。
That's wrapped up like a deuce, but I bet you said that on purpose. Didi moved her feet in accordance with the music and the timing of the steps. In contrast to my own awkward movements, Didi kept up a perfect rhythm as she stepped on the panels. And evidently, she was skilled enough to be able to check on me concurrently as well.
ご主人様、この後は要注意ですよ。
I'm fine, this is no war! In contrast to the rest of the step chart, a barrage of notes scrolled right by.
ファイトですよ、ご主人様。
I'm trying, but isn't this a bit too up-tempo?
ノリのいい曲とリクエストされたので、アレンジモードをチョイスしました。
Hey, I thought you weren't aiming for a high score. Shit, I missed!
ご主人様もできそうな難易度じゃありませんか？それにほら、楽しいですよね。
It is fun, but come on, it's not like I enjoy punishing difficulties or anything, okay? Playing side by side with Didi was such great fun. Dancing in synchronicity with the rhythm felt wonderful. After all, we were both facing a challenge together. And most importantly, it really was fun playing together with Didi.
はい、ここで前半戦が終了でございますよ。
Just as Didi said, the stream of notes was beginning to come to an end. I put all my effort into those last few steps. Ugh, I can finally rest. As I caught my breath, I recalled how great the feeling of fatigue and sense of accomplishment was. Though it was only a short break, I was still grateful to even have one at all. Didi, how are you? Huh? I turned to Didi with a smile, but that smile quickly changed to a serious expression. Didi was gazing at the floor, clutching her chest and stomach while wheezing heavily. I wondered if she must have felt incredibly hot after moving around so much in that maid outfit, but her complexion seemed to be closer to a pale white than a feverish red. This wasn't the typical level of exhaustion I'd see from her. It made me think more of an athlete who just spent every ounce of their energy running a long distance New Year's marathon. Hey, Didi, you okay? She couldn't even respond. I was about to step down from the platform out of worry, but Didi held her hand up to stop me. Didi took a long, deep breath and stood straight up.
No problem!
You're really okay?
ちょっと全力を出しすぎましたね。
Didi smiled as she spoke. She still looked a little exhausted, but that made for one less thing I had to worry about. You push yourself too much no matter what you do, though.
ご主人様の前だから調子に乗りすぎてしまったかもですね。
Just don't scare me like that, alright?
気をつけますが、楽しいこと、好きなことにこそフルパワーです。例えば、観客がたくさんいますし。こんな感じです。
Didi repeated a few of her original steps as if she were addressing the crowd. Of course, since the game was on a short break, she didn't rack up any more points. But the crowd around us still raised their voices in excitement.
どや!
Well done! I ended up clapping without realizing it. The crowd followed suit, and Didi waved back to them in response. Still, I doubt she was intending to give the peanut gallery a show right from the start. This just made things more fun for her. And if I was enjoying myself, she'd be enjoying herself too.
さあ、ご主人様も一緒に踊りましょう。
Alright, alright, I got it. My own embarrassment, my hesitation at people watching, my lack of skill, dwelling on things like that was pointless right now. Instead of weighing myself down with such things, it was better to just let my mind go and have fun. Just as Didi had said, right now the time was apt to make fools of ourselves. Watching you is fun in its own way, but doing it yourself is just as fun too.
私もそう思います。
Upon seeing Didi's smile, the sense of shame I had been clinging to for so long disappeared just like that. We kept bantering as I remained fully aware of the smile on my face. I entrusted my body to the flow of the music. Maybe people were laughing at the way I was flailing about. But none of that mattered in the world that Didi and I were in. Even when the arrows appeared once again, she and I continued to dance with smiles on our faces. We forged our own beat together. Our faces were all smiles because we were having so much fun. But seriously, Didi, aren't you a little too good at this?
イギリスではあんまり外で遊べませんでしたからね。
Why is that?
そういう時はこうやってゲームで遊んでましたから。
As she spoke, she nailed a crossover turn in the chart, causing her skirt to flutter up like a flower in the breeze. Hey, Didi. Paying no heed to my worrying, she naturally brushed her fluttering skirt back down with one hand. She winked to the crowd playfully, as it had all been a part of her performance. Sheesh! Quit provoking me like that, will ya?
見ていいのはご主人様だけですからね。
What?
ご主人様、ステップが乱れてますよ。
Didi jokingly pointed that out, so I quickly refocused my attention.
それに、見えてもいいようにちゃんと下に履いてますから。ご主人様は安心していいですよ。
Ugh, God damn it! She's got me wrapped around her finger. She was leading me on, both physically and emotionally. Yeesh, you sure have a knack for taking the piss while giving everyone a good show.
どうしましたか、ご主人様。
Just talking about that perfect combo of yours.
イニシャルの D はダンスでもありますからね。私の代名詞。そう、DD レボリューションということなのですよ。
Oh no, you didn't! I just had to retort at such a silly pun, but my expression quickly softened and turned back into a smile.
さあ、ご主人様、ラストスパートですよ。気合い入れてくださいね。
I'm trying. Even as she spurred me on, I didn't feel a hint of pressure. Rather, it was an ardent feeling of motivation in the face of such a challenge. Right, when I'm with Didi...
楽しいですね、ご主人様。
Damn right! Even if I screwed up, I wouldn't take it as a loss. I'd smile even at the most trivial things. With Didi by my side, I had a gut feeling that everything would work itself out. If I had ended up feeling this way, then surely...
次がラストですよ。派手に決めちゃいましょう。
I got this! Up, down, left, right, I continued to step in time, returning Didi's smile all the while. Then, as I hit the final crossover turn,
Yay!
Didi and I high-fived each other. It was that gesture which made me truly become aware of my own feelings. I, Rei Savatari, had fallen in love with Dorothy Davenport.